And then Alex Gray,
Oh
even
yeah,
though
he's great.
even though he's known as an artist, he has like books and stuff. And it was one of his books called Art Psalms. And it's got just a bunch of his art, but it also has like poems and just words and things that articulate these deep states of consciousness, poetry, stuff like that. And then he also had a book called The Mission of Art. It's about like visionary art. And so those were really big influences for me, and Alex Gray especially, just because I had the whole Kundalini experience, and he was the first person to like validate that in the real world for me.
With his artwork,
Yeah, exactly.
was there a specific piece of art that validated it?
It was the picture of like a painter, and they have the paintbrush in their hand, and then there's like this like beam of light coming out of their eyes.
Oh, I
And
know
like,
that one. I don't know the
yeah,
name of it, but I know that. Yeah.
yeah, it was that one. And then there's that other one where it's like wide, it's like a wide angle one, and it's like a person like meditating, like sitting cross-legged, and it's like mountains behind them and like a grid.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so but mostly that painting one, because in the painting, not only do you see like the chakras, and like you see like the heart center kind of projecting onto the canvas.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, for sure.
I just put Alex Gray painting, but that's not really gonna. That's gonna yield just all of his paintings. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe try Alex Gray, artist.
Oh, I got it. I think it's
Yeah.
this one. Hold on. This one?
I actually. Oh, okay, there it goes. Yep, that's the one.
Hmm.
So it is called painting.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see, there's a bunch of things going on,
Who are
and
these
all
guys in the top right? Oh, it's like Albert Einstein.
that does look like Einstein, and I'm not sure who the other ones are. They might be painters. Is that Terrence McKenna kind of on the top left?
It looks like it. Is this a cut off one? Because he's cut off. Can't cut off Terrence.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit more to this painting, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
So there's
Ooh,
a
I
few
like
things.
that.
Yeah, there's a few things going on, that all of this related to different experiences that I had, but like all kind of around the time of my opening of these energies. One is like you can see the heart kind of center projecting. I
Yeah.
felt something similar to that, where like my heart center and my solar plexus center were kind of like willing whatever. For me, it was like making music and like jamming, like improvising.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the third eye projecting onto the canvas, and it's like this whole like energy system is involved in creativity. And I felt like that. And you see
Yeah.
this vortex on the top of their head. That's kind of like the funnel where the cosmic energy is kind of being downloaded. And I've felt an experience where I felt like my head kind of like spinning around. And
Looks
then
like sperm.
yeah, it does. And then you see the little godhead in the back, like that presence behind your head.
Yeah.
I've had experiences on mushrooms where I felt like I could also see through that angle of like a second, like a higher self, but it was like kind of behind my head and like looking forward. So all of these things in this painting just like validate all these experiences that I've had. And so yeah, that's why Alex Gray was a huge like inspiration early
Yeah.
on. He still is. Like he's
Psychedelic artist. Literally,
Yeah.
like, I'm just thinking of like what so he painted this. He painted himself painting,
Mhm.
but in a psychedelic way. This is like very meta, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
This is
Totally.
it's really wild.